Welcome back to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. Okay, we got some great stuff today. This is going to make everybody happy because it kind of covers all bases. And this one I'm especially excited about. I pretty much followed this one in. It came up and it was available for a long time, but it was overpriced. I got the guy down a bit. Oh, this is not the right one. Oh well. So we'll just have to wait for the other cage. This one. This is a small cage, and it is by Osborne. Definitely 1890, right around there. The reason you could tell is because it's got brass tip perches, and that was only done in the 1800s. It's got also a brass plate. It still has the swing inside. It's going to have to be polished up, which takes a lot of work. And so that is number one. That's a brass Osborne cage. And Osborne was the company that actually made a gold-plated cage. So they actually used a gold finish on one of their cage models. They also had some very beautiful Avery cages, which are almost impossible to find. All right, so this one I don't know. Oh, okay. Got a couple small items with my favorite thing in the world, peanuts. Ooh, okay. All right. A lot of times we get people contacting us about this exact sort of thing. This is a bisque mermaid. Bisque is unglazed porcelain. This was made in 1920s and it's marked Bavaria. World War II put them out of business. That was the end of them. The Japanese knocked them off and made a very similar one to this. And then after that, it went to China. Most of your ornaments in China after that. But this is one of the really expensive ones. This particular one, I'm pretty sure was Sitzendorf. Sitzendorf was the porcelain manufacturer that made them. They made dolls. They made half dolls, and they made these small little things, which some people call half dolls, but they're not really half dolls. They're even smaller. And these are real important because these actually were aquarium ornaments. They were originally made for goldfish bowls during the Deco era. But people also put them in aquariums. And a lot of times, because they're bisque, which is unglazed porcelain, which the glaze would actually come over the paint, but the bisque allows them to actually get the paint in more detail. So you could see all the detail in the face, the blushing and the eyeliner and everything else that you wouldn't see on one that was glazed. And the red actually is a period correct red. So if you want to see whether this is a reproduction, and they did reproduce these at one time in Belgium, in the French part of Belgium, but if the red color is much deeper in the originals than it is on the reproductions. So that's one of the ways that you could tell the difference. You have to be very careful because, like I said, they are reproducing some of these items. And sometimes when we buy things, we get a second thing with it, kind of like a go with. This was not a go with. This actually, I bought it separate. But this is also probably Sitzendorf porcelain. This is not even painted, so this is not unglazed. This wouldn't be bisque. This would just be straight porcelain. You could see how it's got the mermaid coming out of the shell. It's really beautiful. I don't know why they didn't paint this one, but they didn't. Most of the ones that I've seen of this particular model, they're not painted. It is numbered, and the numbered would be actually the mold number. So they know when they go to make this, they know what mold to go to. So that is really nice, kind of coming out of a little conch shell. And that is a beautiful mermaid. I don't think I've seen that one before, so that's pretty rare. Okay. Last one. This is from my amazing advertising friend. And I just love getting his packages. And the funny thing is, I never saw him do a video until I started doing mine, and he really liked them. And then now he's like hooked, and he does all kinds of videos online. This is Angus worm balls. So this was a worming medication. Angus dog and cattle medicine. So it could be for dogs or cows. Then we have, these are all English, by the way. Oops. We have Spratt's CLO, which is cod liver oil, bird food. This is a paper container. These are super rare. Whenever you get a paper container, these are 100 years old plus and extremely collectible. You just don't see these. And this is Spratt's Sing Song clip-on cage. And that's basically for mites, I believe. You clip it on the cage and there's a thing inside here, some kind of oil to repel mites in the bird cage. And then he sent me a little Spratt's ticket. For what? I don't know. Pretty cool. And then one more thing. This is the best thing in the whole group. Well, I really like the paper birdseed container, but you'll love this one. This is a point of purchase display, cardboard, and this is all-in-one kennel meal with 2 poodles coming up and looking at the kennel meal inside. And this would have set on a pet shop shelf like that. So there you go, all-in-one kennel meal. That's it for today. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.